Hello, this is Stephanie from apasttheciexam.com. Today we'll go over how to become a CIA, which stands for Certified Internal Auditor. The process to become a CIA is actually very straightforward, but I encourage that you go through the following 5 steps for a complete evaluation on whether the CIA is the most suitable qualification for you. Step 1. Making sure the CIA title adds value. The first step is a series of thought process to make sure the CIA title adds value to your personal growth and your career. You don't need to go through these steps to physically take the exam, but there's no point getting the certification and later on find out that it isn't what you're looking for. The main questions are: what are the long-term benefits of having a CIA title? Why you like CIA out of the many accounting qualifications? How likely you can pass this exam, and for how long? How much does it cost? Is it worth the investment? I have separate videos going through these steps in greater detail. You may also check out this page on how to become a CIA to get the links for further research. Step 2. Are you eligible? One of the most practical questions is whether you are eligible to take the exam in the first place. The answer is likely yes, as the IIA welcomes specialty degree holders in any discipline and in any countries to apply. If you're an accounting major or you work in internal audit, it will be a smooth journey for you. The question is more for non-accounting majors or those who have no experience in audit but would like to switch your career with this qualification. Although you are allowed to take the exam, candidates are expected to have basic knowledge in audit, in particular the roles of internal auditors, what they do, and the concept of internal controls. If you're not familiar with these topics, please get a book on the introduction of internal audit and see if the exam content interests you and that you find it somewhat manageable. As long as you're willing to put in extra time to fill in the gaps, you can take and pass this exam. The next question on eligibility is the working experience requirement. It's easy for almost anyone to get qualified for this exam, but the experience requirement is a lot stricter. Specifically, you need to fulfill 2 years of internal audit experience. Equivalent work, such as external audit and compliance, is counted. Related but non-equivalent jobs, such as general accounting, finance, and law, can only be counted for 1 year. This means that you must somehow work in internal audit for at least a year in order to get this certification. If this is not possible for you in the near future, this certification may not be suitable. I have a separate video going through the specific requirements in more detail. Step 3. Application and registration. Once you have fully evaluated your situation and interest, and are ready to study for the exam, it's time for registration. The IIA runs the Certification Candidate Management System, or the CCMS, that handles the entire application and registration process smoothly. It also allows you to monitor your certification progress, assess the exam scores, report the continuing professional education credits, and print receipts for exam fees at any time. To get started, log into CCMS, select a form, and fill in the necessary personal information. Then, you'll be prompted to pay the application fee. It is easiest to pay by credit card, but you can also pay by check or wire transfer. It took me 5 to 10 minutes to complete. It's the same experience as buying anything online. The application is simple, but in order to take the exam, you'll need to select the exam parts and pay the registration fee on top of the fee you just paid for the application. You are allowed to take Part 1, 2, and 3 in any sequence. But since Part 1 is meant for junior internal auditors and all topics are at basic levels, I strongly recommend that you start with Part 1. The registration is pretty much the same as the application. Select the part you want to take first, click on it, read and agree with the terms and conditions, and pay. After the payment, you'll get a confirmation email with instructions on how to schedule the exam on the Pearson VOE website. Step 4. Selecting a test center. This brings us to the next step, selecting a test center. The CI exam is fully computerized around the world. The good thing is that you can sit for the exam pretty much anytime and in any cities. The IIA partners with Pearson VOE to administer these exams, and they have hundreds of testing centers around the world. To locate a center, go to pearsonvoe.com/IIA, and on the right sidebar, there is this button on Locate a Test Center. The website will then show you the closest center from the city name you type in, like what I've done here for San Francisco. Step 5. Planning, studying for, and passing the exam. At this point, all the registration and administration work is done, and you can focus on planning your study. Most candidates take an online review course or get a textbook for their preparation. Part 1 and Part 2 are relatively straightforward, and those with auditing background find it quite easy. Part 3 is a lot trickier, and you'll need to spend more time covering the many topics and working on the practice questions. We cover how you can select your review course and prepare effectively and efficiently for exam on the website. Please find the links below for details. I hope this video provides a quick overview on how you can become a CIA. If you have any questions along the way, leave me a note and I'll be happy to help you out. Please consider subscribing to this YouTube channel for more information and updates on the Certified Internal Auditor certification. Best of luck and see you in the next video.